Hey you guys, today is 6 days post my 5-day transfer, and I felt that I should share some of the symptoms that I have been experiencing from up until this point. I have to say that the first day after transfer, I didn't really feel anything. I just was still riding the high of the roller coaster up, knowing that it was done. And so there was no symptoms. I didn't veg around the house. I did have a couple doctor's appointments that day, so I was out and about. However, 2 days after the transfer, I did experience an increase of being tired. I was sleeping a lot. I was going to bed at 8:30 when I normally go to bed at 11. And I was taking naps through the day when I ordinarily was not taking naps. So that continued to day 3. I did begin to, on day 3 after the transfer, I did begin to feel some forms of nausea. And so I took that as a good sign, and I went and took a test. It was negative. I didn't let that discourage me, because I do know that 3 days post-transfer is super, super early. Excuse me. I know most people don't test positive on a home pregnancy test until day 6, 8-ish, something like that. So I wasn't upset and I wasn't surprised. So day 4, I had experienced this surge of energy. I wasn't tired that particular day. I wasn't tired at all that day. So, I didn't have any symptoms per se to speak of. And so, yeah, I didn't have any symptoms. And day 4 was this past Saturday, the day after Good Friday. I think today is the 5th. So yeah, Saturday was the 3rd. On April 3rd, I didn't really feel anything at all. Now, Easter Sunday, which was yesterday, which was April 4th, about 2 o'clock, I was exhausted. I took a test that morning, and it was what I thought was negative, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. It was negative. And I do have on an acupuncture bracelet that I use something similar to this during my cruise that helped with my motion sickness, and it also said on there that it would be good for nausea, and so it is curbing it a bit. I am sucking on ginger candy, which I am going to go out and look for some ginger candy, because I don't know if I'm pregnant or if it is the progesterone and oil shots that are making me feel sick. But whatever is causing the sickness, I ain't for it. I'm not really for this feeling that I'm feeling of being sick. So yeah, when I get back home, I have intentions of recording me doing another test and seeing what the results are with that. So stay tuned to the next segment.
Hey you guys, obviously I'm getting ready for bed and I'm in my night clothes, but I said I was going to test today, and I did, and I do have some of the tests that I took on 5 days post. So I wanted to share with you guys what happened. I meant to record while I was testing, but it was kind of like an impromptu scenario, and I haven't really been feeling good today either. So let's just get this ball rolling. So I don't know if you can see this particular test. I took 5 days post transfer. You can't really see it on here on the camera, but there is a super, super faint line on this one. So that didn't really shake or break me. Like, I felt I saw the line, but it didn't matter. So I had a clear blue that I took later Easter night. And you guys, it's pregnant. It's pregnant. I'm pregnant. So you would think that I would, sorry. You would think that I would accept that I'm pregnant, right? So no. Today's 6 days post, and I took this test. Can you focus? And there's a faint line there. Now, these are some cheap tests that I got from Amazon. So I wasn't really expecting too much out of them. So later today, mind you, today is 6 days post for me. Tomorrow will be 7. I transferred on the 30th, March 30th. I tested again at 7, and now there's a distinct line. It got darker compared to this morning. This is the AM one. And this is the PM one. So it did get darker. I'm going to and hopefully you guys can see a bit better. So the top one is AM and the bottom one is PM. So you can see that there's a faint line there, and it did get darker here. And this one was 5 days past, which was Saturday morning. And you can see a line there, but it's not as definite as the others. And in between there, I did take this clear blue, which does show pregnant. Now, mind you, this is what I took at 7 o'clock today. I took that at 7 o'clock a.m. I took this at 7 o'clock p.m., so that's a 12-hour difference. And then this one was at 9 o'clock. So it is definitely safe to say I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. I am very bloated. And it does hurt to suck in, but this is just all bloat. And the bloating is from the estradiol. It is from the progesterone and oil injections. It is just very, very uncomfortable and hard. I have taken all of the tests that I have. So I won't be able to take any more tests. However, and I'm going to be doing my night routine while I'm in here. I noticed earlier today that I had a pimple, and this is an emergency spot patch that I need to put on. I do feel that the extra hormones are a cause to me having breakouts. And I had very clear skin prior to starting IVF, and starting IVF, it didn't go that route. So I did have to begin using Curology. I primarily use these two and the emergency patches. These come with those. There is a moisturizer that I will use from time to time. I don't know where it's at, but it's in here somewhere. Oh, here it is. But I very rarely use this moisturizer. I have a bigger one for that as well. That's a sample. Here's a bigger one. But I very rarely use them. Because I just don't, I don't feel the need to use them. But yeah, I do feel pretty confident that my HCG is increasing. I am noticing that the lines are getting darker as each day goes. I kind of wish I had one more test to test in the morning, but I don't. I'm tested out and I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. Like, I'm pregnant. And I'm looking at them. My husband's like, you're keeping them? Like, yeah, I want to compare the lines because I just feel compelled to keep testing. But yeah, I'm pregnant. And these tests, you can snap them open and you can see the test strips on the inside. Because the test strips on the inside of these appear to be like the HCG, just individual test strips that you could dip into a cup of urine. And yeah, once you take them off, you see a line. And there's definitely a darker progression of these lines. And yeah, I'm pregnant. So yeah, I am getting my betas on Wednesday and Friday. So I am excited to see what my numbers look like. I do have to do a second set of betas with my primary care provider because that's the protocol they have with the military to allow for me to establish care in a military facility. At first I was a little irritated with it, but that just gives me some more examination of the babies and that they are progressing, because I really do believe, and I'm just going to have faith and confirm that both of my babies took, because I tested positive on 5 days and I really didn't think I was going to test positive on 5 days. Some of the girls in my support group have not tested positive on a clear blue digital. They are getting faint lines, but not on a clear blue digital. And I got a positive on both of them. So I'm super excited about that. I really do feel like I should have a first response, but everyone keeps telling me not to take any more tests, and that is obvious. I'm pregnant. So I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm pregnant, and I'm just going to take these tests that the beta blood tests are going to do. At this point, I know that something's going on in there. I just want to make sure that my numbers are increasing and doubling and seeing, what's going on, because I'm just super excited about this. I'm going to end the video because I am tired and I am ready to go to bed. And I was just talking with my sister to show her the test results. And I was like, yeah, I was supposed to finish making my YouTube video and I didn't. So, and I know I'm in my PJs and I didn't want to show, I definitely wanted to show you guys how the bloat is. Like, this is not just this shirt. The bloat is real. This is the bloat. The bloat is real. And this is not me poking out. This is literally just bloat. This is literally how it's looking. And I bought these maternity PJs, and it's definitely coming in handy. And I'm only 3 weeks and 4 days. So maybe the bloat will go away. Maybe it's here to stay. I don't know, but I'm pregnant. My frozen embryo transfer worked on my first round. So we're going to continue to pray and touch and agree that these babies or baby continue to grow and do what they need to do with my betas, and then do what they need to do with my ultrasound that I have to have in a couple of weeks to confirm their placements and whatnot. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I've never tested positive for a pregnancy test before my expected period. It's always a week later, and technically I'm supposed to start my period Thursday. Well, that's not happening because I'm pregnant. So you guys have a great night. I'm about to go to sleep. You see, I got my headscarves on. I do have a silk one on and then a cotton one on just to make sure it stays. and I'm going to go to bed. You guys have a great night. I'm not taking a test on tomorrow. I am going to record a video tomorrow of me doing my PIO shots and show you guys what my routine is and what works for me. I do take them in the mornings. I did have the option of changing the time frame. However, my husband felt like it was just easier and better if I keep them in the mornings. So I'm kind of irritated because at least for the next foreseeable 2 months, I will be having to get up early every morning because I take my progesterone shots between 7 and 8 a.m. in the morning. So you guys have a great night. Sleep well because I'm going to attempt to.